Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can.
Well, people can. Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, good. Seems to be working. Huh. What do you have your settings on, Buck?
Ooh, Methos, are you back?
Yes, yes I am.
Yourself?
Would you mind muting yourself so we don't pick up any background noise?
Yeah, that's what I was doing now.
Alright,
Righto.
thank you.
Okay, did that work? I think it did.
Yeah, I'm in voice chat mode area.
That's fine.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you hear Bucky though?
No, I can't hear Bucky.
No, is Bucky speaking right now?
Talk, Bucky.
Tell him to switch to auto instead of area.
Yeah, try auto.
No, there's
me
Bucky.
now?
I just, yeah, there, I heard you.
Yeah,
Bucky.
okay.
Okay, I figured it out. I fucked up.
Alright, by the way, what will be happening tonight is I'm going to come out.
My chat was all the way
I'm going to
down. I was
do.
like, what the hell?
I'm going to do a little intro. I'm going to do a little monologue. We're going to have Red pop out as a guest, and then at the end, if you guys want to ask any questions about, predictions for E3 or anything like that, anything that we've been talking about, just go ahead and stand up. I'll say your name, then just ask the question, and we'll answer it, and then that'll be the end for tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, I'll try not to be a dick.
Right.
Yep, that's like him.
Alright, so you're all prepped, yeah, Hayes?
So what?
You're all prepped, yep?
Yep, everything's all set up.
Righto. I'm all ready. Red, you ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool. So, Hayes, technically you are the director today, so...
Alright, roll it.
We live?
Yep, we're live.
Hello everybody and welcome to Random Encounters today. This is our first episode. I am Captain Beardy and today we will be streaming along with the guys over at PKOA over on Reddit. Feel free to check them out. They are some awesome guys. I've got to know them over the past couple of days and they're just so much fun. But today we're talking E3. Now, E3, for any of you who isn't in it for the other things that are going on at E3, Bethesda will be going live in a couple of hours, roughly about 2, with a lot of things coming out around Fallout. Now, they are also doing things like the bloody Skyrim stuff and all that kind of crap that we're not interested in because we're Fallout guys. So, some of the stuff that they're going to be talking about is, of course, Nuclear Winter DLC coming out further down the line. And really, I know nothing about this. No one knows anything about this. And it should be pretty interesting because the way they're doing it is it's very well lore built in. Now, any of you who don't know what a nuclear winter is, basically nukes go off, blocks out the sun, makes it all cold. And the reason people are really excited about this is because it will change the landscape of the game probably until the next DLC, which is of course Wastelanders, where hopefully we will be getting some NPCs into the game. Ooh, I am very interested. I hope you're all very interested as well. But I don't know how they're going to do this. Now, obviously they are talking about introducing some new game modes. Let's hope they're not going to be doing something like a battle royale. I really don't think Fallout could handle a battle royale. I don't know. It's going to be some interesting stuff. But with me tonight, as always, for the first episode, we do have Red. Red is one of the leaders of PKOA, and we're going to be doing some riffing tonight just about some of the fun stuff that might be happening on down. So please, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Red. He's going to join me on the chair, and we're going to talk about everything that's going to be happening E3. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is Red. Come on, Red, come on over and take a seat.
Hey, Beardy, how's it going tonight, man?
Not too bad, not too bad. How's yourself?
Well, I just woke up not too long ago. My camp's not far from here, you know?
I know, your camp's just down the road. That's one of the reasons I found this area to set up. But, as you know, tonight we are talking everything E3, and I want to know what you think about the upcoming DLC of Nuclear Winter and Wastelanders. How do you think they're going to roll this out? What do you think they're going to bring to us with E3 coverage to say that it is only almost an hour and a half away? So, what are your thoughts? Give me some of your predictions for E3. What are you thinking?
Well, I've noticed that there's a lot of people data mining, and you know, I follow all that stuff. You know what people say, and to be complete honest, it looks like it is going to be a subpar for a battle royale, but I don't think it's going to be focused completely on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I don't follow a lot of the data mining stuff. To be honest, I don't really understand it. But, you know, some of the stuff that people have, like the voice files for some of the... I don't know if it is a battle royale mode or like a team-based PvP mode, but they do sound quite interesting. I'm not a big fan of taking something like this, which is kind of like an MMORPG a little bit, but on console, and then throwing in game modes from technically a completely and utterly different type of game. A battle royale could make sense, but I think there are limitations.
Yeah, and they're so new to a whole, you know, genre of player versus player. You know, this is new ground for them, and so.
Yeah, like the interview with IGN that Todd Howard has just recently done, where he said that he knew, and everybody working down at Bethesda knew and understood that when Fallout 76 was going to get released, that they were going to have teething issues and they were going to have problems, and they knew they were going to face a lot of backlash. And a lot of people railed into Todd Howard for saying that, but if you think about it, when was the last time a game of this caliber, I guess you could say, from a franchise that is mainly first-person and third-person story-based single-player an adventure game, it's kind of weird that people are giving them a lot of backlash over a game that they've never tried before, I don't think. So
it's completely new ground for them.
Exactly.
And
I mean, I understand. Yeah, I understand the fact that this technically Fallout 76 is built off a cut game feature from Fallout 4 for the they wanted to implement multiplayer, and they stated this a long time ago, and I don't think people really paid attention. It's baffling how people have got this selective hearing, because they're used to the fact that Fallout itself is a single-player game, and then, you know, not telling anybody through the release of Fallout 4 that they wanted to implement a multiplayer mode, and then springing it upon us that, oh yeah, this was going to be a multiplayer mode within Fallout itself. I think, I don't know, I don't want to say trust issues, but I do think people are having a little bit of a weird time trying to wrap their head around how Fallout 76 even came into being, and just why they're having problems with this.
Well, first, with all that, I'd like to say thank Adam, or whatever the kids are saying these days, that they actually made a whole different server for those kind of people. I feel like the Wasteland on our part has been a lot more calmer since they've done that, and I think that's helped out a lot. They might not like what they got, the PvPers, but I mean, for the people who just want to play adventure and, you know, not really, you know, care about getting murdered every time they go somewhere, this is our area has calmed down a lot.
Well,
you know what I mean?
That's one thing that I will say about the implementation of survival mode. It was very 50-50 kind of thing. 50-50 for, it was good because the people who just wanted to kill each other in PvP and do all that stupid wacky stuff, they could go away and they could do that, and the people who wanted to, RP or get further into some of the, exploring Appalachia and all that kind of stuff, they've been able to without, some bloke walking up to them and just shotting them down with a 2-shot legendary 3-star stupid weapon that can kill you instantaneously. It was nice of them to do that. I did find that, but at the same time, survival mode is kind of where Fallout 76 was when it launched, which is it's now super buggy and super broken.
I realize there's no incentive, but a lot of people don't understand. Like, when you fight people in games, the incentive is for you to win that battle. It's not to take, everything from them. It's,
the thrill of it. I mean, I've played first-person stuff before, and it's like DayZ. I know it's probably a weird thing to bring up, but DayZ is a lot of a survival kind of PvP and PvE and kind of thing, and I've loved just walking up to a bloke and going, hey, how you doing, and then shoot him in the face because he's got loot that I want to take. But the way Bethesda did it when you die in Fallout 76 to another player is you just drop some scrap. So and then in survival mode, you drop all your scrap and some healing items. So that kind of balances it out a little bit, but the whole spawn camping thing still super broken.
And I am thankful for the cap loss. Am I right? I mean, I was using 200 caps at a time.
Oof, that was. I mean, I think I've played survival a grand total of 20 minutes.
Yeah. If somebody initiates a fight and you get murdered, you should not lose 200 caps. I mean, that's what is that?
That is a troublesome thing. But let's talk Nuclear Winter DLC. So, not a lot of information has really come out about the Nuclear Winter DLC whatsoever. Just by the cover art, I guess you can kind of say, we are seeing that everything is on fire and that there is a big nuclear explosion. It says summer 2019, all new game modes. What do you think they're bringing to it? I think there will be a scenery change. There will probably be some snow, maybe some new areas. I don't know, or maybe they'll change some of the look of some of the areas. Like maybe the ash heap might change, or maybe the cranberry bog might become a little bit different. But just from the cover art itself, it looks like it's centered around a large nuclear explosion, or just because with our end game at the minute is only you nuke the queen fisher site, the prime fisher site, and then you kill the queen, boom, done. Technically, the story ends there. Do you think we might see some added story kind of along with it, or do you think they'll save that for maybe a future DLC like the Wastelanders? What are you thinking?
Well, if you've ever played survival in Fallout 4 or any Fallout game for that matter, the stakes are higher. I think we're going to have some equipment to deal with the new atmosphere. They might implement that. I don't know.
Thinking like a new hazmat suit or something, maybe?
Something like that. Maybe more armor that deals with that. That would be interesting. If they would fix the legendary perk that gives you radiation instead of having a wasted perk. Legendary effect.
I would like to see some new perk cards come with the release of Nuclear Winter, preferably around something to do with the survival aspect of it. So maybe how we have green thumb.
That randomly today.
Let's think about some of the stuff.
So it's not so bad.
Maybe instead of green thumb, maybe you could get some sort of perk that allows you to dig up stuff from the environment. How we can take mutated ferns and stuff and turn them into a pure kind of flux. Maybe we could do that with some other stuff. Maybe some of the elements that we can mine, like the iron or the copper, has changed. Maybe it's. I do want to know what they will be doing, because it says all new game mode. Now, with the release of the data mine files, I'm thinking that it's going to be a PvP thing. I'm thinking a team deathmatch. I'm not thinking of a battle royale. I'm thinking a team deathmatch.
My prediction of this completely I think that it's gonna be a new server. There's gonna be a new server. Instead of having adventure, instead of having survival, they're gonna have this. They're gonna implement totally, new events into adventure and survival. But what if there is a third server that you can join, where it queues you with people, and those people put you in a faction. Like you choose what faction.
Oh,
And then,
that would be interesting.
And then the goal is to nuke their base, their faction's base, before they can nuke you.
That definitely would be interesting. Now,
That'd be like a King of the Hill kind of like.
Would it be only Brotherhood versus Enclave? Because those data mined files, the audio sounds a lot like Modus.
It does, but I believe that they would limit themselves if they were just to choose the Enclave or Brotherhood. They probably have to have a faction, Raider faction, and probably a Responders, maybe Free States as well. Free States would fit right in there too, because of their bunkers.
Yeah, it would be interesting. I don't see. This is the thing. Bethesda has got this really good knack of hiding a lot of the information in plain sight. Like with the Wastelanders DLC that's coming out in the fall of 2019, it says an all-new main quest, events, features and more. But the thing is, the little cover picture shows not only what appears to be some sort of boat, but it also shows us as the Vault Boy, I'm guessing, bringing someone out of a vault. So hopefully they will be opening up the other vaults. But I mean, what are we thinking? Maybe
There were talk about vault raids that you go in with your buddies.
That would be interesting. But this looks seriously trying to decipher Bethesda's cover art is probably a skill that someone in the universe has developed. But it looks like people leaving the vault with a lot of loot. Now the vault with the loot in it will most likely be a vault raid. But the fact that there's another NPC that we appear to be holding in hand.
Maybe they're a guide.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, a Wastelander guide that you have to queue up with them. Let's say you enter a vault, and you have to wait for either you go in with your team, or you have to wait for a team before you can go in. And that one person, they put an NPC in there, have your guide, you follow them through the vault, and they tell you what to do.
Yeah. The cool thing is, along with the roadmap that they showed, they also put in those little quirky little badges, like the survival mod badge has got, the Vault Boy with his army helmet on. We've got the high-level Vault raids, and it says Vault 94, which looks pretty interesting. There are 3 that have yet to be coloured in, and that is a new main quest, new events, and new features, and each one has got a little kind of almost like a Possum Scout badge kind of quest thing. And the new main quest one is us holding someone hand in hand. The new events shows 3 people, one with a pistol, one with what appears to be an alien blaster, and one with a hatchet. So that could be the battle royale people have been talking about. And then the new features one shows some sort of alien robot from what I could figure out. So the Wastelanders might be bringing in more than we actually figured out.
I tell you what I would love to see is, like, if we got to make our own robot, like in Fallout 4.
A robot companion, yeah.
I mean, that would be so easy. I tell you right now, like, Eddie from New Vegas, man, he was probably one of my favorites. And I was just...
I think everybody loved New Vegas. Well, the thing is as well, there is more than just the possibility of there is the possibility that Nuclear Winter will be released in a couple of hours. There is that possibility, because last time, with Fallout Shelter, Bethesda were like, you can play it right now, and that was pretty cool. And there has been some information and some gameplay about the vaults, the Life in the Vault game. I can't remember what it's called now. Fallout Shelter, there we go. Fallout Shelter 2, there has been all this kind of stuff, centered around China. And we might, and I hope they do, because from what I've seen from the footage that has been leaked, I guess the footage has been leaked, it would be nice to if Todd Howard just walked out and went, Fallout Shelter 2, it's multiplayer, you can play it right now, and it went live on the App Store. That'd be great, because the tie-in apps, like when I played Fallout 4, I had the tie-in app of the Pip-Boy on my iPad, and it allowed me to do a form of multiplayer that was kind of simple. Like one person would be the Pip-Boy and one person would be the person playing the game, and you could help them choose weapons and all that kind of stuff like that on the fly. It was really fun, and you could also dick around, drop a couple of mines, drop a fat man, drop a grenade, drop a whatever you wanted, just to piss people off playing the game. But I'm hoping there will be a lot of stuff centered around the Nuclear Winter DLC. It's there, it's staring me in the face. Let's throw down some last-minute predictions, because as of now, Bethesda will be going live in an hour and a half with the Fallout coverage. All right, give me 3 predictions that you think they will most likely come across. So I want just 3 basic ones you think Nuclear Winter is going to bring, and that they will most likely announce at E3. Let's see what you're thinking.
Okay, first of all, I think with the Nuclear Winter, we are going to get a buff to all the creatures in the area, because it's going to be a highly radiated area. It's going to be more dangerous. Think about Alaska. They have 30 days of nights.
Yep.
What if we have something like that until it's over? That we
okay.
We are shrouded in darkness until then. That would be a highly, for someone myself, I always like to implement those mods that give it a creepy effect, it's like a horror game.
Right. Okay. Oh, that's a pretty good prediction. 2 more. What else are you thinking?
I think that they're gonna. Oh, sorry. I had to drink something real fast.
Oh, that's okay. I'd pour you a coffee, but we don't have coffee. So we've got the possibility of a changed environment buffing the enemies. What else are you thinking?
With the Atom Shop, I think that they're going to put in things that are going to help us with that. Implement new crafting for the new. New creatures. There might be even new creatures. With this.
Is that your third prediction?
Yeah, our creatures evolve.
Yeah, no, I could see that. So those are actually some pretty good ones. I think we will most likely have a new enemy, a single enemy. I'm thinking kind of like the Sheep Squatch. I think we might have a Yeti or something to deal with the whole cold environment kind of aspect to it. I think there will be new crafting, maybe not a new crafting station, but new crafting recipes, which will probably go with some of the new, maybe the flora or the fauna or some of the elements that we'll be able to find. And I also think in the Atom Shop, we will get something along the lines of big woolly coats, like winter survival kind of coats, or maybe some new backpacks to go along with that as well. But I think they will most likely focus on some cosmetic stuff. Most likely 1 or 2 new enemies, and of course an environmental change. So I think that's what we're going to do. I think that's what we're going to see over in E3.
I would love to see all that, man.
All right, that is. Thanks for coming along today. By the way, Red, I understand that you run PKO. You feel free to plug PKO if you'd like, but it's coming towards the end of today's show, so I'm going to start taking questions from the audience. So if you have your mics plugged in and turned on, feel free to ask any question. Just stand up and I will say your name, and then we can get to it. Any questions at all? Oh, we've got a question from Mother Liquor. Go on, Mother Liquor, what are you thinking?
You guys notice that they got these 5-star stars. Do you guys think they're ever going to bring something up with that, or?
Well, there was talk about the legendary ranks.
Yeah, no, I mean, maybe not 5 stars. I think they might do what they used to do in the previous Fallouts, where you'd get a unique weapon like Lincoln's Repeater or that gun from New Vegas or something like that. I think they'll gradually work their way up to 5 stars, but maybe something along the lines of, I think we'll get there eventually, but I think not anytime soon. Bruiser, what have you got for us?
Are the vault raids on schedule?
As far as I know, with the information that has been gathered and has been data mined, they should be in the next DLC. But do not hold me to that. And I'm not going to hold you at gunpoint, but don't hold me to that because we do know, Bethesda has been a little bit lackluster when it comes to releasing some stuff on schedule. What do you think, Red? Do you think they're going to be getting the vault raids out on time?
Well, I think that would be one of the very in things if they do it. Watch, I mean, they're really going to do it, but I mean, I think that would be the one that they hold out on us the most, because that's what we want the most. You know what I mean?
I think if they do it, and they manage to get it out on time, people's faith in Bethesda will go up a little bit. With if they can get it on time, it's good. It does what they said. It said, it does exactly what it says on the tin. I think, I think it should be on time, and I hope they've ironed out the kinks and they've got everything that they need doing, and it's going to be on time. So yeah, Bruiser, I think we will be seeing the vault raids probably come on schedule.
Yeah. Do you think that they're gonna add more of things like repair kits, like not pay to win monetization issues, but time saver? Like, okay, I don't have to go out and collect all that scrap for that. Do you think they're gonna do other things for that?
What kind of like how in an ammo station you can make bulk ammo, maybe like a repair kit that you can carry around with you?
Yeah.
I don't know because I do remember. Yeah, Red, go ahead. I'll chime in after.
I honestly think that they're going to implement freezers in the game.
Well, that would be awesome.
Well, in the Atom Shop at the minute, there is that... sorry, not in the Atom Shop. In the building menu, there is that keg, which is apparently supposed to... You can find the plans, and I don't know anybody who's found the plans. They might not be in the game yet. But it does say that it keeps your beverages cold. So that might be a way to store beer and maybe make ice cold Nuka-Cola or something, maybe. I don't know. It's kind of like the mixing bowl that we've got in the crafting menu now, where you can put in.
Like they may bring back ice cold Nuka-Colas then, which could
that would be good.
Added bonus.
I mean, when it comes to repair kits, I think the best way to do it would be kind of like the doctor's bag that you could get in New Vegas.
Well, yeah, I figured
where
that
it did everything.
Could be a thing for fixing limbs. I would.
Yeah.
They already introduced the lunch boxes, so if they're talking small containers, there's a potential for there to be one for ammo. There's a potential for there to be one for fixing your limbs. I wonder how far they're going to go with that category.
We don't really have limb damage at the minute, do we? We don't limp or anything. Not as far as I know.
Yeah. At least
So I think if they were going to implement something in the style of a doctor's bag but for weapons, it would be along the lines of it doesn't do a full heal for your gun. It gets you up to maybe it'll only fill a quarter of the condition. So if you had, if your gun condition was half, it'd only do the quarter. If it was a quarter, it'd only send it up to half. I think that would be the main thing that would happen. But I don't think there'd be any free craftable repair kits where they do full heals. Not like the repair kits you can get in the Atom Shop right now. No, I think they will most likely, if they ever do, and if you guys, implement some petitions or something, or talk to some Bethesda employees on Reddit about possibly implementing them, you might get them. But at the minute, I'd say it's a 50-50 because people aren't happy with those repair kits in the Atom Shop. So yeah, I'm going to 50-50 on that. We might see something, we might not.
Alright.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I have another question.
Oh, go ahead, Mother Liquor.
I've been hearing Otto talks about this prestige mode. Do you guys know anything about that? About prestiging and
it's a legendary rank. Yeah, legendary.
Yeah, I heard a little bit about that through. I think it's Juiced Head on YouTube. I don't think they should do it. I think that puts us too close to the Call of Duty territory where, you reach a level, you reach level 100, your prestige, it sends you all the way back, but you keep all your perks. I don't think you should do something like that. I think what you should do is every time you reach a milestone within leveling up. So when I'm only 88 at the minute. When I finally hit level 100, maybe give you a unique, a rare unique weapon or a rare unique item, or maybe implement some new kind of style systems or something, or some new outfits. So something cosmetic that doesn't break the game. Yeah. I mean, maybe make an area somewhere or a dungeon that you've got to be a specific level. So, a Vault 51 dungeon where you can only access it at level 100 and the enemies in it are like 120 odd, and it's a tough challenge. It's all low level people. There's no point in them going in there and all that kind of stuff. Maybe something like that, but I don't. The prestige thing is kind of just a rumor at the minute, so I don't want to put too much kind of stuff on it. What do you think, Red? What do you think?
I think if they're gonna do it, they need to do it
okay.
where you don't have to restart and give up on everything you've come so
Joel,
far to do.
We got a question from YouTube. They ask, Rapture King 202 asks, could the karma system be coming back?
Was that Rapture King? Rapture
yep.
King. The karma system. That would be very interesting, because
kill another player out of hostility, you get negative karma, and people see you as red, maybe?
I can't remember which one it was. I think it might have been Fallout 4. There was that system implemented where if you were good or bad, it might have actually been New Vegas, but people reacted, the NPCs reacted to you in a way. So that would be very interesting. I mean, it would be able to, determine who is friend or foe just by the way your character in game reacts. So, if you cursed over the name, maybe have a raider symbol pop up if you've got bad karma, maybe some sort of vault boy with his thumb up or something for if you're neutral karma, or I don't know what you'd have if you were top, good karma, but a karma system would be a very interesting thing to implement into the game, because
it could definitely let players know more about you as a person.
And it would, it would segregate people a little bit, but it would also create this kind of, some people will become raiders, some people will become good guys, some people will become neutral, and they'd all gang together, and then they'd probably do big fights on the server. So
it's like, how many times do you run into raiders playing the vanilla game and see them as fucking green, and they're able to just walk up to you and say, hey, what's up? Like, no, they're red, and they kill you.
Yeah, what do you think, Red? You've got something on this?
I think if you have negative karma, I think they should implement it, first of all. And if you have negative karma, maybe that affects the access you can get. Maybe if you were negative, you can't get into maybe the bunker or White Springs. Or it affects the prices of things from,
Yeah, actually,
maybe a robot gets salty and charges you like 5 extra caps for everything.
Well, if you think about it, if any of you have ever been to the Raider vendor, he sells a lot of good plans for a really high price. But if you had bad karma, maybe it sells them to you cheaper because it sees you as a Raider.
That could be really cool, and then it would
be interesting. I mean, if you had good karma, maybe the Brotherhood vendor and the Responder vendor give you better prices. If you had neutral karma or slightly evil karma, the Modus would sell things to you a little bit differently. Maybe it unlocks some special, maybe power armor mods,
or even missions later on, like
being
able
it would
to
be
take
very
up
interesting.
more missions from Rose, or take up more missions from like the Responders Terminal or something like that.
Well, it could also throw in person-specific missions. So if you're a bad guy, maybe you do a mission that affects the world in a way that's good for you but bad for others. So then the other people have to do a mission in which they do something that benefits them but resets your benefit. So you're having this constant power struggle.
Like almost like claiming settlements back in Fallout 4 for Nuka-Cola or for Preston.
That's what I thought
something like that. Like a karma system that had an effect on the world would be a good thing. So I hope that's answered your question over on YouTube. Mother Liquor, did you want to ask something again?
I was just going to ask your guys' opinions. There's a lot of players out there that are like me. the birds switch on them. How would you guys feel about if they had classes on this game? Like when I'm at home, it's like, I mean, you got to spend 10 minutes switching your cards around to figure things out, or your hacker cards, or...
Yeah, I would, instead of saying a class, I would probably say it'd be better to have preset stuff so you could save. So, like, say you wanted to be a rifleman.
There you go.
You take all of your rifleman perk cards, maybe some carry weight stuff, blah blah blah. You put it all into a build, and then you can save that as a preset. And then you go build another one. You save that as a preset. You build another one, save that as a preset, and then you could be in a situation where you need a heavy gunner build. So you go into your perks. Instead of going, I've got to put in all my commando perks and all this kind of stuff, you just switch onto the preset, and then, quick as a flash, you're in it, and it doesn't save you, having to open up your pit boy like this and go, oh my god, I need to, and then, you get killed by a scorch beast because you were trying to sort your perks out. I think instead of classes, presets. What do you think, Red? Do you think same kind of thing, or? Well, thanks for that input, Red. That was some good input right now.
Me too.
So do you think they'll ever add a feature to where you can choose to become a ghoul, even if you can't choose to be one in the vault? Like, maybe after you leave one, how you can customize your character? Like, maybe add that, I've turned into a ghoul since then. Like, do you think they'll ever get to adding that into the system with it now being a multiplayer MMORPG?
This would be a hard one. If you think about it, ghoulification would have some benefits, like you don't take radiation damage, super mutants leave you alone, feral ghouls leave you alone, like they do in the lore kind of aspect of stuff. But maybe...
Like, you can't take those perks off, like they're requirements for the look?
Like, the only way to possibly cure yourself would be going to maybe like West Tech or the Enclave bunker and standing in a machine that restores your health or something. But yeah, it'd have to have benefits, so it'd have to probably most likely come with a perk or two that benefits it, but also at the same time, maybe because you're a ghoul, things cost a little bit more because people aren't, like the vendors don't like you or something like that, or something like that, because people aren't really nice to ghouls in the Fallout universe, so it'd be a tricky one to get around. But I would like to see ghoulification happen if you studying too much radiation for too long, or you could pick it
like
as
if you're a
as
mutant, for
perk.
instance, could maybe be
like
a little ghouly. Like, what if your skin was a little more messed up? Or
I think in fact, instead of it being a perk, I think being a ghoul should be a mutation. Like, speed demon serum and all that kind of stuff. You should be able to take a ghoul
what if they
serum.
add new mutations with this new DLC or any other future ones?
I would like to see a mutation maybe called something like a Neanderthal or like hairy man or something that basically makes you more resistant to cold temperatures, because nuclear winter is probably going to implement. We've got food and drinking at the minute, so they might implement a weather system that affects your stats. So maybe something like being a bit more hairy or something would give you this resistance to the winter cold. But yeah, no, new serums would be great. New serums, I'd love it. Any more questions before we wrap up for the night? Yeah, cat eyes, that'd be good. Any more questions before we wrap up for the night? Because Bethesda will be going live in 1 hour and 10 minutes, and we want to give you some time to prep for the Bethesda launch. So, any more questions, or is that it for the night?
I think that's about it, except...
Anyone on YouTube asking questions before we go?
Great job.
No new ones so far.
Oh, right. Well, I guess we should call it out then, ladies and gentlemen.
Can I take this time to reach
yes,
out
go
to
ahead.
anybody?
Yeah.
Reach out and touch me, as it were.
Alright, me and Hayzedayze run the PKOA. PKOA is the Peacekeepers of Appalachia. If you, or anyone you know, needs anything, help, food,
assistance,
armor, if you need
Plastic.
help getting through quests, we are there for you. If you need shelter, we're there for you. If you need somebody to help you just level up if you're having a hard time getting through events, we're there for you. So don't be a stranger. We're on all platforms. We have a Reddit. What is it?
Discord.
We have a Discord, yeah.
Yep. Reddit, Discord.
So
We're on the PlayStation community. I believe there is a community on the Xbox as well, ran by Psycho Bounty 96. And yeah, that's about it.
Just reach out
Right
to
on.
us.
Oh,
All right.
I got
Well,
one
you.
last question.
Oh,
before
we've
you-
got one last question. Go on, Mother Liquor. Hit it with us.
Red Wolf, how'd you become so damn sexy?
Simple. I'm British, so I'm immediately doused with nothing but pure sexiness. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming along tonight. Everybody who's watching over on YouTube, especially Raptor King for that question, that is awesome. We will try and do this once a week, so every weekend, roughly around the Saturday or Sunday time, try and get this up. Make sure to go check out, the PKOA over on Reddit and try and join their Discord if you like. But I have been Captain Beardy, this has been Red Wolf, and over in the corner doing the camera work has been Hayzedayze. Everybody in the audience, thanks for coming along. But that is it for today, and we will see you on the next episode.
All right.
Goodbye. Live stream over?
No.